Welcome to Soltron. This is the video review for the metal Cardbot Bluecop. And here's a size comparison with the rest of my metal Cardbots and Starscream, so you can see he's definitely Voyager sized. And then getting him 360, I think it's fair to say this guy just has a really great design. I really like how he looks. The real problem of this figure is obviously all the junk in his back and behind his head. Like, the kibble is really a problem, but from the front he looks excellent. He's just such a cool, sleek looking cop robot. But yeah, this back kibble really hurts his look a lot. I would say with the kibble in mind, he's probably like a 7, unfortunately. If that kibble was neater and better handled, he would probably be a 10 for sure. And if we get a close-up of his head here, you can see he's got a very typical mini force kind of head. He's got a huge, basically, ball cap. Actually, that's kind of cool. He looks like he actually has a couple of pupils in there. But really, he's just got this red visor. It's hard to see because of the light. And it's like covered in shadow. So if you actually turn him upside down, you can see his visor a lot more clearly. So he's got this very large red visor, which is pretty cool. But yeah, he's got like a huge, basically, ball cap head. But yeah, I really like this head sculpt. It's very unique, and it's got that typical mini force kind of head design of a visor with a battle mask. But yeah, I really like that look. And then for accessories, he does come with a pistol, and this just pegs into his hand. It's got like a little indent in the handle, and then he's got like a little rectangle shaped peg in his hand, so he can hold that very nicely and very naturally, even though he has kind of these expressive open hands, which is okay. I'm not mad at this. And then he comes with this giant like energon fist, which is very cool. And you can see it's got like a thumb, so it's definitely meant to be a fist. And then these fingers. Unfortunately, the fingers don't open, which would be pretty awesome if he could do that too. That would be a nice little feature if the fingers were actually articulated. But overall, I really like this accessory. It's probably one of my favorite Cardbot accessories. This giant fist, which I saw like a clip in the show. He just like uses it like a machine gun, basically. Like just punches somebody like 1,000 times. And luckily he's got enough articulation that he can get some decent like punching poses, where it looks like he's winding up for a punch or just finished punching. So really cool accessory. I just love this giant punching arm. It's very unique. I really like that design. So this just pegs onto his arm with these 2 peg holes right here. And then you can see more of the features. It's very clear. So to transform this, pretty simple. You're just going to tilt the fist up. You're going to fold down these fins in the back, fold these up here, and then you just fold it in half, and you've got your metal card. And that just combines with this plastic card, which is the role play gimmick. And you just peg that right on there, and then you have like this nice kind of display and stand, and then like his thumb is sticking out there. But it's cool. It's a good weapon. It doesn't really get in the way. This doesn't really want to stand up. Yeah, I forgot to go over the box. So this is actually kind of a special review for a reason, so I'll show you in a minute. But we got the box art, and you can see there's definitely differences. He's got eyes in the box art, and he definitely does not have those buried in his head sculpt. He's just like a dead robot look. Overall, I would say he's pretty similar to the box art. You're missing some color like on the foot and the knee pads. But overall, I think they really did capture his look. It doesn't look like there's any really false advertising on that one. Except for maybe you can see there's no junk behind him, whereas he's just completely covered in junk in real life. He's got like those fins in the back. And then, yeah, let's talk about like the biggest issue with this guy is probably all this kibble back here. So he's got basically the whole top of the car. If you unfold this, you can see that his kibble is like 60% of the car right here. It's got the windshield, the top, the doors, and the hood, a lot of the hood. And then on his robot mode, he's just got, oh, I forgot to flip these back. I didn't even know he could do that. He's got these panels and then the front fenders and the wheels. So like 40% is on his robot, but the rest is on his back. So the kibble management was just not very well done back here. Like these are okay, but everything else back here is just like a mess. It just doesn't accordion very nicely. Oh, maybe I'm transforming it wrong. Is it supposed to be like this? Yeah, maybe that's a little bit better. I don't know. It would just be nice if this whole section could fold all the way behind his back, but that's like as far as it goes. And then looking at how this is connected, they could have just made it so this could actually friction off and you could just yank this out actually. It would be parts forming, but it would at least improve his look a lot. Yeah, is this better? Yeah, I guess that's a little bit better. It looks neater from the robot mode. It's better than seeing all these black details back here. I think the white is a little less distracting maybe. I'm not sure which way is right. But yeah, that's the big issue with this guy. Other than that, he's pretty fun. So he's got a ball joint neck. He's got 360 rotation on this. He's got some upward in the shoulders, but you can see the shoulder pads are going to crash into his head. So you can't really get a full outward arm motion. And then he does have bicep swivel, which is very nice. He does have an elbow joint, which does 90 degrees. So also well done. He doesn't have any wrist articulation. And then in the hips, you can fold up his skirts. He does get full forward kick, full backwards kick if you can get it around his back kibble, full outward kick. And then he does have double joint knee basically for transformation. So you can get like a good knee joint. He doesn't have thigh swivel, so that's a missing articulation. He doesn't have hip swivel, and he doesn't have any ankles either. So he is missing some standard articulation, but in the upper body, he's got all the articulations just down here in the legs where things start to fall apart. And then the quality of this plastic is a little bit iffy compared to Starscream. This guy has like a brittle, sharp kind of plastic, so I think this is one of those guys, if he had a shelf dive, something would definitely break. Like his head feels a little bit fragile. I could see like his cap breaking or the little top hooks here. Definitely his back kibble. I could see like this door chipping or one of these panels. He definitely, the plastic is a little bit thin and sharp in areas, which is a little bit cheap feeling. So I'd say the quality of this guy is actually probably like a, maybe like an 8. The plastic is definitely not the best. It's not rounded off everywhere it needs to be. There's definitely some issues. Oh yeah, I forgot to say why this was like special. So when I was on Gmarket, I saw this set. So this box, which looked like this, and I don't read Korean, so I have no idea what's going on. And then if you look at the side, it looks like this. And then here's the back of the box. This box set also came with like this set of cards. I don't know what's in here. I don't think I'm going to open it because I'm probably going to resell some of this. But yeah, I guess I thought this set would actually come with all 4 of these figures, which seemed unlikely because it was like $80 on Gmarket. So I thought it was a long shot. I also thought this might be a puzzle or like minifigures or something. So I was definitely taking a risk. But yeah, I bought this for $80 on Gmarket, and I wasn't sure what I was going to get. So what it turns out it is the box of this guy, and then I guess you get one of these figures. It's a mystery, which is very weird. So what actually came in this box was this, and then the second half of the box was filled with this guy, unfortunately, because he was the one I wanted the absolute least. But yeah, it's a really weird thing to do is just give you like the main cop and then one random figure. I guess if you're starting to collect this set, this is a good place to start. But if you already own like one of these other figures, this is really not worth it. And yeah, I really blame KR Brickbot because I asked him about the listing and he never got back to me. So I just pulled the trigger and decided to get it. And I don't know, if I knew it was just going to be this guy and then one of these random figures, I probably wouldn't have bought it because I definitely want the Ninja. I'm not so much into the other two. So I don't know why you would ever buy this thing. It's just such a weird thing to do, is give you one mystery figure with the main character. I don't know why you would do that. But anyway, let's go ahead and transform this guy. So you're going to, of course, get the hood over his head. You're going to get the shoulders in position. So you just rotate the shoulder pads up. And then there's these double joints here, which are going to get that close to position. And then you're going to just rotate the back wheels of the car, rotate the feet up, rotate these little panels on the side of the legs. And then you're going to open up all this back kibble and get that ready for vehicle mode. I find it's easier to just get all the back kibble. Actually, you do the back kibble last. So you go ahead and just sandwich the shoulder pads into the rest of the hood here, which is like giving me a hard time for some reason. And it like pegs together. Okay, that's all nice and pegged together. And then you're just going to rotate these legs all the way around. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh, right, there's two joints, so you have to make sure just the black joint is moving and not his actual knee joint. So there we go. And then you just sandwich those together, and then you're going to pop out his shin sections. And then you're going to apply a little bit of pressure and just clip those to make the back nice and snug. And then you're just going to close up the hood, peg all these little panels together. And then this part is kind of difficult. Usually with Korean toys, you don't have to flex the plastic, but with this guy, you definitely have to flex this into position, which I don't like, especially because this is kind of a harder plastic, not the like Hasbro plastic that we're used to. But there you go. There's his vehicle mode. He's looking really cute. He's got these giant police eyes. I don't know if I don't think you can unscrew this windshield, so I don't think you're going to be able to do anything about that. You can't like put a piece of paper in there to hide it. And then you have his whole robot mode. And then I totally forgot the inside of his calves does have weapon storage, so I'm going to have to go back a couple steps. Okay, so you see his gun just pegs in there, it just frictions into place, and then you close up his legs, and that's where his gun is now. And actually, I am going to downgrade his quality a little bit. He is like a 7, because I really don't like having to flex this plastic piece. It just feels very wrong with this kind of plastic. It's not a good feeling. I could definitely see something breaking on this guy because he's so small. But anyway, there's his vehicle mode, nothing special. And here's how he scales with a deluxe transformer. So you can see he's definitely out of scale. He's closer than most Korean robots, which is nice, but he's definitely way too big. But that's what you would expect from a Voyager-sized robot. But yeah, decent robot. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I definitely like his weapon, which really makes me want to keep the figure. But overall, I'll probably end up selling him, to be honest. So yeah, you can get this guy. You can get that set for 80 bucks, and I think that makes this guy a little bit more worthwhile. Like if this guy's 35, and then the other figure he comes with would be like 45, that's more of a decent price. This guy's definitely not worth $60 that you find him for on eBay. Even $50 I think is too much. So maybe, yeah, 35 is I think a decent price. 30 would be better. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that review, and I'll see you in the next one.